we're already into the game, so this is critical against Sisyphus in the TEK9 February Cup. Let's go away with Vans on the Allied side. This is the second round, so I think it's the round of 8. I think. But yeah, RPZ going to drop Vans straight away in the round. Let's switch over to Maxi. He's head down onto the B. Sisyphus will push around towards the B side of the map. Lance is going to drop Cobra X. Let's bring it back to a 4v4. So they are. Let's switch away from Maxi because he's been a bit boring. Let's switch over to Ludio. He's all the way around into the middle. He's going to drop Andy, but get taken up by Maxi in return. So it's all square at the moment, 3v3. But Sisyphus are pushed right round towards this B site. There's no one actually on there, so if they get moving, they can get the bomb. Actually, there is someone on there. Tell a lie. Critical just holding a fairly normal defence. They've got 1B, 1 spawn, 1A. Neither team is using a shotgun, I don't think. Okay, Jody's going to drop Maxi. Take it to a 3v2, but RPZ is going to drop Lance, 3v1. And it's all on Larson. He's got 3 players to find. He's got that M1 Garand in hand. Pushing him towards the B site. There's a player in the truck just to his right, but he hasn't managed to see him yet. There we go, he's going to spot him. Rush and try and get the kill. He's going to take out Tomoji. It's a bit of an ambitious peek from him. Jody, he's going to block him with a nice no-scope over the top of the truck. 2 frags apiece for RPZ and Jolly in that round. Well played by them. First round to critical. And what do you reckon to that machine?
Well, I'm looking at it now. I think from what I've been told, I think we're going to expect good things of this map. Contrasting from the 13-0 we just saw from Critical before. So obviously we do know Critical. They're all warmed up. They've played their game, and I'm thinking this is going to be a close one. I've heard good things about Sisyphus. Am I pronouncing that right? Probably not. Sisyphus. Nonetheless, though, Critical have ran away with this round already. Ludio picking up that most recent frag. Andy does respond, though, taking down Tomoji. 3 players still remaining, though, and Andy still has a mountain to climb. RPZ does have, about to call it an AWP, does have the scope trained on his position, so he's in a bit of a tight spot. Going to try and get out courtesy of that smoke. Does have the trench, actually. We were just talking about the absence of them, so he's going to change that. Looking to opt for that close combat. Does have the time. However, Critical have got every angle covered at the moment. 3 players stand. 1 man for Sisyphus does remain. Taking his time. Spots 1 dropping down. Surely going to take him down. Misses a vital shot. Going to jump back. Makes up for his mistake. Taking down RPZ. And now 2 do remain. Ludio and Coperx. That'll do. That'll do. That can be his name for now. Andy has progressed, though, on towards that bomb site. Sat around B. Taking his time. And it's going to be Copa to end it nicely with the rifle. Brings that second round home to Critical. And Sisyphus yet to get off the starting line.
Yeah, I think they need to be a bit more focused. They seem to be sort of getting all the way up towards the B site and then not doing a lot with it. Criticals have started taking a shotgun as well now, so they can see that smoke blossom in the middle of the map. Last thing is going to drop RPZ, and it's a scope down for Critical early in the round. That's going to help them. But Sisyphus posturing towards this A site, actually. They're going to try and move in towards that. Andy's going to drop Ludio with the shotgun. And there is 1 player who's pretty alone on that A site. Just to be careful. That's going to be Tomoji. Let's switch over to him. He's just going to dodge that nade as it lands on the box behind him. He's pretty pinned down. He's going to get dropped by Andy. And I would expect to see the bomb plant come out now from Sisyphus. There we go. It's going to be Andy, and it does it. Coprex is pushed right back into the Allied spawn as Giolo drops the lance. He needs to kind of be a bit careful here, Sisyphus. Let's switch over to Vans as he's got that sniper on the spawner. He's in behind the critical players, but they do know he's there. So he's going to take the shot and miss the shot ever so slightly. He's just going to look to try and waste their time here. Coprex has pushed it towards the A bomb site, sorry, but Jolly is nowhere near him. Try and move in together, but Maxi is going to drop Coprex, but Jolly is going to take out Vans in return. He's got 10 seconds to find 3 people. I don't think he's going to do this. Going to be a Sisyphus round, bringing it to 2-1. He might just try and find a gun and save it, but no. Going to waste their time. Going to be the round for Sisyphus. That bomb is going to explode. And very well worked by them there. They sort of got into the site but didn't go too mad. Made sure not to lose any people.
Yeah, they seem to. There wasn't much of an overextension. They've kind of really committed to that bomb site, from what I could see. Been interesting to see the contrast in the way Critical dropped as soon as a shotgun got involved.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think that's another cool mechanic which I'm not used to. I mean, smoke only coming with the demolitions class. I assume that kind of that's a game decider or a round decider at least. And
Yeah.
are there maps that prefer shotguns because of the smoke, or is it really just because of the weapon choice?
Well, Burgundy, I mean, you kind of have to do it because you have to get across the mid-street to plant the bomb. It's a very easy round for Control. But this round,
Ooh.
I mean, I prefer to use it on the Allied side, but not on the Axis side of TEK9 because it's much easier to attack the B-bomb site with the smoke. But in this round, it looks like Sisyphus are going to again take the lead, bring it to a 4v4. But 4v3 as Larson drops to Gioli with that nade as it explodes in his face. We need to try and get another kill here, as they are going to do that as Lance goes down. We've got 2 more players to find. Maxi is in that A stairs, and Vans is sort of around the spawn stairs area, so they're both around the A side of the map. Gioli's going to push in towards the middle. He might be able to get a kill on Maxi here, as he... Oh no, he's going to get spotted by Vans. And Tomji is going to take out Maxi, who's now all on Vans. This is an excellently worked round from Critical. It's gone back from a 4v2 down to a 2v1. I think Sisyphus' slow playstyle has really not helped them this round because they've just been picked off. Vans is going to make his way around towards B, I would expect. Oh, he's managed to get past Gioli. Somehow, he's managed to be watching across. He's going to try and get the bomb down on this B bomb site. Critical are watching each other's backs at the moment. But they are going to have heard that plant and they're moving around. It's going to be the fake plant.
It could cost him, you know. He did have a chance to get that bomb down and get himself into a tight position, but he has alerted Critical to his positioning, and Atomogy is literally just going to come in and mop up the pieces. Or not. There we go. I wasn't sure how well that was going to go. It did pay off eventually, bringing that round home once again to Critical.
Well played by those two.
Yeah, definitely. Did you say 2v4? I'm pretty sure it was Joel and Tomji, yeah. All the last 2 men standing, bringing it all the way home for Critical. Really nice to see. I want to see some scope action now in this round, so I'm going to go with Vans. See how he opens up with. Opens up with the nade towards the bomb. He sets himself up for the cross. The smoke is going up, but that is not going to stop him from peeking, as the silhouettes are still visible. Not anymore though, as he's going to have to relocate. So not much going on for him. He's just going to be holding the angle at the back. So let's switch on over to someone who is in the thick of it. Actually, let's go over to the Critical corner. Let's see what RPZ's up to. Just spot a glimpse of an ally as he falls down. Tomji's going to open up the frags though onto Maxi. And that's one Sisyphus player down. Critical now with the advantage, looking to work off that though. Progressing on. Nice play from Vance, responding with a frag of his own. Suddenly a flurry of frags from both sides. Critical and Sisyphus both exchanging. Larson behind the Sisyphus frag. And Vance picking up a second of the round onto Tomoji. Really nice work here with the Lee Enfield. 3v2 now, advantage in Sisyphus' hands. They're going to want to try and hold on to this as long as possible, as they do look to be orientating themselves now around that B bomb. Joel and RPZ do remain. Let's have a little look how RPZ is going to place himself. He's actually quite far away when it comes to defending this bomb, so he's going to look to try and maybe catch an angle down that alley. But he's going to get spotted and spanked by INZ. INZ. I'll do. Land. Thank you, sorry. Just bastardising this poor boy's name. Still though, 3v1. Joel, last man standing. Let's see what's going on as he makes his way towards that bomb site. Bomber's gone down, so his task has just got 10 times harder as 3 players are now hungry for his blood. He's going to get taken down by Lands. Thank you for that. And we do see another round going, this time in favour of Sisyphus, so that's going to close that gap. And I think that was the right thing to do. Well played by Sisyphus, and that brings us 3-2.
I think Sisyphus needs to start playing a little bit more aggressive. I mean, that round paid off for them, but they're sort of only just scraping these rounds together rather than winning them emphatically like they were last time. But admittedly, Sisyphus are a lot stronger team than Grom appear to be. Let's switch over to Coperex, who's picked up that shotgun despite not having a second weapon. He's pushed around into the B alleys. He should be looking to get a kill here as RPZ drops Maxi on that B roof. There's another player on the B long who might be able to take out Coperex here, but he is just going to sit there in that corner. He can hear a few players to his right. He's going to get spotted. He's going to drop one though, and Jolie is going to take out Vans as well. Can Coperex get a second frag there? I would expect him to. He is going to onto Larson, and it's all of a sudden going to be down onto Lance. Who's going to get taken out by Coperex. So 3 frags for Coperex there in that round. Very, very well played by him.
So that is when a trench gun comes into its own, when you're in a tight little alley. He's sat there with a shotgun. Nice, man. All right, that is nice to see. That does bring the lead back one and truly into Crickle's hands as the nades do come out. Tomji trying to catch people on the cross. Andio was going to be the recipient of that, but does manage to dodge. Do you see quite an aggressive push coming in on this far B alley? Calling it B alley? Am I right? No.
Yes.
Say, yeah. Okay. B alley, beautiful. As Vans does get the frag. Still 5v3. Crickle already on the back foot, looking to progress with this aggression. This is a much different side as we've seen previously from Sisyphus, just charging towards as Larson does take down RPZ. We are now in a 5v2. 3 players already fallen for critical. 2 remaining are Joel and Tomji. And they have got some serious rotating to do. Still though, Tomji's going to not go down without a fight. Putting a bullet into Vans. Joel as well. Surely these two are not going to get another 2v5. Not going to happen this time though, as the bomb does go down and it is all on Tomji's shoulders. To get that rifle going to... I think he's definitely going to go for it. Going to put some effort in towards it. As the bomb is down. Checking every possibility, really does not want to reveal himself just yet. But that clock is ticking and he is not seeing a glimpse. We do see very passive play. Andy's surely going to be the one to get the frag. Nade goes out. It's actually Larson to take him down. And another round goes in favour of allies.
They actually sold him the flag there. Just because they all naded A. So the critical players actually, they're doing it again. You see they naded A. Last time they faked it on a B, which managed to work out for them, but in this round, Ludio is going to drop Larson, and Sisyphus again going towards this A site. Vans is going to miss a couple of shots. Tomaji is going to take out Lance though. Sisyphus are going to level it back as Tomaji hits the deck. So RPZ is going to drop Vans, and again, Sisyphus are getting caught out, but Maxi has something to say about it as he gets his 2nd kill of the round onto Joe.
I love the song.
And Andy is
Harpies there.
RPZ missing a fairly easy frag there. A player of his caliber should have really hit that one, but the bomb is going to go down on the A site, so Sisyphus hold all the cards at the moment. They just need to be a little bit careful with what they're doing. Try and not lose the frags quick. Ludio is a mile away from the bomb site. On the far side of the B bomb, and RPZ needs to wait for his teammate here before trying anything drastic. The Sisyphus players are both in fairly defensible positions. Maxi is on that roof. And, Ludio is going to spot Andy underneath the B site. And he's going to throw the nade in, but get taken out anyway. And it's all on Maxi, who has the favourable position, but against 2 players, it's going to be fairly difficult. He's going to take out RPZ, though. Probably will work from him. And this round, unless Maxi does something very wrong here, is going to go the way of Sisyphus. And that nade is going to spot his impending doom above him, and it is going to take him out.
Allies win.
That's going to be 4 rounds apiece for either team. Very well played by Sisyphus in that round. They were sort of down fairly early, and that managed to work it back from a 2-player deficit.
Yeah,
so
and
well done then.
how is this map weighted in terms of like size? Is there a stronger side, or is it fairly equal?
It's
the strike of
CoD2. A lot of teams prefer certain sides, and is often picked like in the event of a bash. But yeah, I think it's fairly equal.
Sisyphus are doing well with this attack. No opening frags as of yet, hunting for that first blood though. I do believe there's someone right behind enemy lines there, as Andy and Larson do go down. 2 critical, 2 bullets in their head. And RPZ with a 2nd onto Lance. Does respond though. Nice play from Vans there, really critical play. As Joel does take down Maxi. So, clean and clear, but he does have 4 players to find. Vans spots 1, or the legs of 1. Spots another as well. Not going to be able to get that frag. Surely going to be able to put it in this player. No, he's not. Ludio is going to end him. So 3 headshots from the critical side that round, so sadly saving their bullets. We do see 5-4 on the scoreboard, sorry. And critical, it really is kind of tit for tat at the moment. 1 round apiece.
Yeah, they're playing fairly aggressive actually, critical. For this active side, and they are smoking that middle, which is allowing them a lot of movement sort of across the map, which means Sisyphus have to play a little bit slowly. Sisyphus again are pushing towards the B side of the map. 1 player has crossed, and he is going to get dropped. It's going to be Maxi with the nade onto Coperex, and that's going to leave the 1 player that is in the B side, RPZ, as he goes down to a nade. So there are no players from on that B side of the map. So if Sisyphus are quickly going to get the bomb down, and they are going to do that.
I think my nade might land on his head. Oh, it did.
And he's going to drop Jolie in mid after a bit of a battle. Lucio has pushed right up behind him. He's got 5 players to find. I don't know where he is. And he's going to completely miss.
Eliminated.
Completely miss
Allies
Maxi
win.
on the top of that B roof. And take it to 5-5. And if any team can get the next couple of rounds, they'll go into the second half with a bit of an advantage. But judging by the game's gone so far, I would expect to see a 6-6 at a half. But let's follow Jolie this round. He's top fragging at the moment, 14 critical. Doing pretty well. He's going to be in this A site on his own. And again, critical using that smoke. They have 3 players in the middle of the map at the moment. Using that smoke to their advantage. A player on that A side. Maxi is going to take down Tomaji, but get dropped by Jolie in return. Not from him. And he's going to take out Ludio though in the middle of that map. And is no doubt going to call the fact that 3 players from Sisyphus are working around towards A. Lance is going to take out CoD2 with a pistol shot to the face though. And Vans is going to take out Giole as well. And it's all going to be on RPZ. Who has 4 players to find, and he is miles away from the A site as the bomb goes down. Sisyphus are just going to hunt him down, and Andy's going to get the kill with that headshot. He's going to take it to 6-5. Well, Sisyphus are going to hope to get the next round. We'll head them into that next half on a bit of a high. Let's go with Maxi this round.
Maxi. Maxi, he's actually making his way towards that A side. He's going to spot 2 players already. He's going to give like a little call out to his teammates. Jolt does not take any chances putting a bullet into the brain of Maxi. So that's a player down already. Van's looking to pick up the pieces though with the scope. Not wanting to commit too much, just watching that angle, ensuring that they don't push it any further down towards that spawn area. The bomb is working his way towards the site though. Sisyphus do lose 2 players. Larson quickly trying to bring it back though. 4v2. It's not looking too great in the numbers though. Critical looking to change that. I mean, sorry, Cooper X looking to continue that as he does get the frag onto Vans. Eventually, these shotguns do tend to take their time in landing these frags. Still, though, last man standing. Don't think it's looking too hopeful for him. 4 players do remain. He does he's putting a bullet of it. Oh, lands a tag. Not going to pick up the frag though. Then he comes out, but RPZ's going to stop him in his tracks. Bring that round to a close, bring it to a level playing field. 6-6. And I think a good half for both teams. I think neither team's really going to be too upset with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Sisyphus could have done with that 7-5.
Nice. Yeah, it was nice to go in on a 6-6, but
I've decided that I need to practice saying names like Sisyphus.
definitely a bit of a difficult one.
It is. I tell you right now. I think the hardest name I think I've ever had to say in CoD4 was Phantasmagoria, which swiftly became Fan.
Caster's nightmare.
It is. I think I pronounced it as Phantasmagoria for a while, which sounded like an STI.
I mean, Critical are not known for their being good at TJing, whereas Sisyphus are. So.
Alright, okay, so that's an even better half for the Critical side then.
Yeah, I mean, Sisyphus are ridiculously aggressive on this Axis side, so I would expect to see them sort of running around all over the B roofs, making all the kills, and it's going to be very difficult for Criticals to stay alive very long in the second half. But we'll have to see how they can counter that. Maybe I would expect them to smoke the middle of the map. Not often done, but CoD2 is very difficult to pin down.
Just waiting for Tom G, who has decided he wants to be a shoutcaster for a while and just sit and spec. So a lot of people are having this discussion about Vans in chat. From what I've seen so far, he really has been doing the exactly what he needs to be with the scope. And if he's certainly not going too hard. He's just holding what he needs to do. And that's exactly what you need to see from the scope, especially on a map like Tujon, where there's a lot of possibility of people coming behind, and kind of there's a lot of stealthy little crouches coming around, which fans can spot and deal with. So it's interesting to see the contrast in playstyles, because I mean RPZ is jumping everywhere, going for everything he possibly can, whereas you have quite a patient player in the form of Vans. At least that's what I've seen so far. Obviously, I've heard quite, good things about this attack from Sisyphus, so it's going to be interesting to see. Sorry, from the Axis side. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play it.
Yeah, it's a fairly equal map though, so as we go live into the second half, let's take it away with Vance, see what he can do. He usually plays fairly aggressive on this side, but we'll see what he can do. He's fired the shot out, so it looks like he's going to go for a reload shot over the back of this bomb. There we go, he's not going to see anyone though. He's going to get tagged up by the nade. They have smoked that middle though. Sisyphus, so I would expect them to push through. They do have 3 players in the middle actually. Lance is right down by the allied spawn, he's pushed right the way down. Push over to him. He'll be able to get a kill here. The smoke has gone down at B as Maxi drops off his head. Vance is alone at that B site though, so if they do attack him, he's going to be all on his own. The nades are going to come out from critical on towards this B site, and TomoG is going to drop Lance. Nice little shot around the corner. Going to spot another player on that A site as he's just going to keep that head down. 4v4 situation at the moment. Critical are moving around towards this B site. CodePrex is pushed right the way through, and they are in control of the site at the moment as Andy drops Giole. CodePrex is going to completely whiff the shot and get dropped by Andy as he jumps out around the corner. He's not going to be happy with that one, but TomoG is going to drop Maxi and bring it back to a 2v2. Critical hold all the cards at the moment as Larson is absolutely miles away. He's right in the allied spawn. And Vans is sat in corner, not doing a lot.
Time is continuing to tick down as well.
Yeah, they've only got 30 seconds. They need to work out what they're going to do here. Because TomoG is in a pretty good spot to cover most of the map. But he needs to get his teammate to help him. So he's going to get tagged from B long by Larson. Vans is going to get the kill off TomoG.
He was sat in that corner for 40 seconds and finally picks up a frag.
Joe with it all to do now, as he has 2 players to kill, as they can stop him defusing this bomb. He is going to spot Vans, only tag him up, as Vans does make it away to safety. Waits for his teammate to back him up. They do know where he's gone, so I would expect him to rush in towards this bomb site. They're going to spot him there. Everyone is going to miss anything, and then Van's just going to gun him down.
Jesus Christ.
With that pistol. Bit of shameful display of aiming there. But,
it only was.
Round going to go the way of Sisyphus. First round on that German side.
That felt like a long...
Both teams... Sorry, go on. Both teams are looking to sort of get a couple of rounds cushion here. I think if Sisyphus can get the next one, they'll be happy with that, but... Critical again going to go towards this sort of blitz. They sort of don't send any players to either side. They're just hanging around waiting for picks. As Lance is going to drop CodePrex. That's going to be the shotgun down.
That is the pick they were after as CodePrex does go down. So we're going to see a little bit of a spread of players for the Sisyphus side. Themselves up nicely. Van kind of diving through mid with that scope. He lands the tag with the nade towards Bucket. Now weaving his way through. Going to get spotted by 2 players to find. Surely not going to land this one. Going to be taken down by Joel. And that is what Critical needed to bring it back to a level playing field. Now to 4v4. Switch over to RPZ to see what's going down in Chinatown. Not much actually, as he's just holding that cross to and from B. Actually spots 1. It's going to be Andy. Andy is completely down and out. And RPZ's just going to continue to hold that angle. TomoG making a push now onto his bonsai. Last is going to take him down. Legit quickly responding though. Taking a little bit of an aggressive approach with that Thompson. Actually, I think another one might be going down. Lansd is opting to take down Joel as Lujo faking it out and pulling down Lansd as well. So 1v2 now, all on Maxi's shoulders. Maxi is actually in a great position, does take down the planter Lujo. So now it is a 1v1. The bomb is down though, so that puts RPZ in the driving seat of this round. Fake coming out. RPZ is going to call it and continue his crouching spree of doom. Making his way forward. Maxi in a poor position, really expecting him from mid. Actually realised that RPZ is going to be there, but nice play from the critical scope. And is going to get an MP44 for his trebles. Or a Thompson, whatever he fancies.
Differing mechanic between CoD2 and CoD4 is the fact that you can carry over weapons to the next round, so it's actually worth.
Oh, so it's kind of there's a CS element in there as well. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interestingly, for that round, the shotgun for Critical died before he managed to get his smoke down, so they weren't able to utilise that, which is not something you want. As TomoG is going to go down early again in this round. Critical losing the first drag fight, the third round in a row, sorry. As RPZ is going to go down to Andy. Yeah. Coprex is going to drop Vans on that B roof, and Andy needs to be careful here. As Lance and Max are going to reply, bring it to a 4v1. Early with it all to do. Let's switch over to him. That smoke is down on that B site, so he's got that to work with. We've got about 30 seconds left on that, so he needs to be quick. He's just going to hold his position. He's going to get shot in the back by Maxi. And I think Critical playing catch up a bit here, because they seem to be losing around and then winning around and then losing around, but Sisyphus seems to be doing it first. So.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, because we did see quite a B alley oriented push when we were watching the Sisyphus side, and we're seeing something quite similar coming out now from the Critical push on the side. Still, the RPZ getting a great frag, and Larson is punishing them for mimicking a poor mirror of the Sisyphus attack as a nade just lands on two of them heads. Geo now kind of left in the buck on this far B alley. Nade coming out looking to lower the numbers. Still, though, looks like we might seeing a bit of a retreat from Coperx and Legio. Well, Legio still tempted to have a little gander on towards that B site. Nade's coming out from the Sisyphus side. This name is going to make me cry. As they do. It does, it literally gives me a lisp. Never has a name done that before. Still though, Sisyphus struggling with this push. It's going to be actually a nice play from Andy. Takes down Copax. I think he caught a glimpse of Ludio as well, so he's well aware of his positioning as Ludio is just going to go balls deep towards that A site. Just not even recognising Andy, not even giving him the time of day, as he's just going to set himself up nicely towards that mid area. RPZ as well. Still though, 2v4 numbers stacking up against Critical at the moment. And we do see a nice play from Maxi to bring him down. Legio though, last man standing, not going to go down without a fight though, as he takes down Andy on that site. And if he did have the bomb, now would be the time to plant. Oh, great play, taking down Larson, just saw the pixel of his head and punished him for it. Maxi and Lance last time. I think Lance has learned his lesson now and is just holding that B alley with the shotgun, progressing now on towards the B bomb site. Legio is on his way towards A though, and this actually could just go his way if he plays this right. Bomb going down now. Maxi's going to be the first on the scene for Sissy. Bomb goes down now with the Thompson in hand. Surely going to come around. Look, Legio landed it. Surely, no, it's not going to happen. Lands picking up the pieces where his team failed, and he's going to be able to get that defuse. But a real valiant attempt there from the Critical player. It was Legio, and that's going to bring round 9 home for Sissy, and Sissy have extended their lead. Finally, we do see that more than one round deficit.
That's the first time we've seen that in this game, but again you see the power of that shotgun. Maxi went first, and I think it was Legio. Yeah, Legio wasted all of his bullets trying to kill Maxi, and then Lance just popped around the corner and shot him in the back, which is the power of that shotgun. But let's go away with. Let's go with Andy, who played so well last round, shutting down 2 players on that B bomb site. So Vans is going to drop RPZ with the nade, and Lance is going to drop Tommy G as well. So this is really starting to make headway in this game. And they got a 2-round deficit already, and they 2-player deficit in this round alone. But Jolate is going to take down Lance, but team kill Coperex in the process. Really is not what you want. And that's Sisyphus still with that 2-person deficit. Does that make that? Oh no, they still have a 2-person deficit as they still gain the fragment win at the same time. And it's all on Legio again. He almost managed to last round. Let's see if he can do it again. But Vans is going to shut him down. And that's going to be a 3-round advantage now for Sisyphus. And I think that Critical really need to change up what they're doing. Maybe they need to start trying attacking the A site a bit more, but we shall see.
Explosives diffused. Axis win.
Interesting to see indeed. So 10-7, suddenly Sisyphus have kind of found themselves in a whole new lease of life. You see Maxi actually running away with it on the scoreboard, 17-11. So he's really doing the legwork at the moment for Sissy. As we do see a real committed push here from Critical, and it's interesting to see how well it's going to pay off. Once again, Larson's so good at just stopping these pushes in their tracks with nades. This time only taking down 1 though was Legio, and Maxi with another. Sisyphus's nades definitely stronger than Critical's, and this may just be that, you know, favourite map, better nades, or maybe it's just Critical's awareness of where they need to be looking and why. And Maxi's going to be getting the frag. Copox just going to respond though, finally taking down Maxi. Didn't stop him getting 2 frags that round though. Bomb just go down to from Copax, 3v2. Let's change that to Copax. Lands the hit by so heavily tagged Andy. Andy's going to go away for the regen And now RPZ, last man standing. People questioning this guy in chat. Let's see if he can prove you wrong right now. 3 players do remain.
Explosives diffused.
And he
Axis
shotgun shelled us
win.
in. That dream. A little bit short, but still though that extends once again. Sisyphus very, very strong stopping critical. And we're going to see another round go their way. I'm not sure what critical could do differently at the moment, because right now it's looking that really Sissy have just decided to become the drivers of the round and really just lead them into the slow and painful death that seems to be coming once again with these opening nades. Ludio down again straight away, this time from Lands.
Every single round this half, Critical have managed to lose the opening frag, which, you know, it's telling now because they're on the wrong end of a four-round deficit. So we'll have to see as Coperex drops Maxi. And Jolly drops Larson. So bring it back to a 3v3. Critical really need this round. This is a huge round for them, as Andy has something to say about it as he drops Coperex, but Jolly replies onto Andy. And Lance round's pretty split between these sides, but Lance is in a pretty good position to get himself at least a kill here before he goes down. Critical working in towards that B-bomb site. They'd have no idea where he is. Tossing a nade out towards that B truck. It's not going to hit anyone as there is no one there. Lance can definitely hear them, and he's calling out to Vans, who's moving around to give him a bit of cover. G just moving in towards this B site. They are taking their time. They've got plenty of time to work with. They do seem to have an inkling that he's there on that B stairs. As Vans is going to drop Tomaji as he jumps across. And I would expect Lance to pick up the kill here, and he is going to do it to pop over the balcony. And it is game point now for Sisyphus. 12-7.
The list team.
They just need to sort of take it a little bit slower. I mean,
yeah, you're not wrong.
Losing these early frags around, there you go. See, RPZ has actually dropped the sniper because he's not managing to pick up any kills at all with it. Switched out instead for that M1 Garand. And Critical managed to not lose any frags to the nade kills. Gioli is going to drop Vans, but Lance is going to drop Tomaji in return. Lance is going to get pretty packed up in this B alley, but Andy and RPZ are going to exchange frags. Lujo is going to drop Lance, 3v2. This is the closest Critical have come to winning a round in quite a while. It's all on Larson and Maxi. Larson is in towards this B site. The plant is going to go down. And he's going to take out Lujo though. Knew exactly when to push there. Maxi's going to spot the nade and take out RPZ. So
very calmly played.
And the GG's coming out from Gioli. Doesn't seem to have faith in his teammate, but we shall see what he can do. Coperex is going to spot a player in that middle. It's going to be Larson. Larson knows exactly where he's gone now, unfortunately, but Coperex is going to drop him, bring it back to a 1v1. Maxi against Coperex. However, Maxi does have an inkling where Coperex has gone. Coperex will have heard that. Now he's at the B site. The position of the plant is not ideal, and Maxi is going to pick up the kill. That's going to be the game. Critical going to disconnect, but extremely well played there by Sisyphus. It was telling on that second half that they're just definitely the stronger team.
You have to respect the play from Critical to maintain that 6-6 in the first half, though.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, Sisyphus really not the easiest team to pin down. As you can see, they were always getting the drop on the other team.
Axis eliminated.
We shall see
Allies
if they manage to do that in the next round. I'm not sure who they're playing next because I haven't got access to the brackets.
Well, we will let you guys know as soon as possible. It will just pop up on the stream. But I'm sure we'll be back in the next 5-10 minutes, so do stick around. And we'll speak to you guys very soon.